Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I thought I would show you something I've actually had for a little while. It is the Danbury Mint 22 karat gold World Wrestling Federation trading cards. You can see there the old World Wrestling Federation logo. These cards actually came out in 1999. I did have a look on back of a couple of them, and it does have 1999 written on them. So very, very cool to have cards from this era, the Attitude Era, the era that I grew up in as a teenager. And where did I get these from? Well, I actually got these online. We got these on eBay. Me and my friend, Matthew, we used to go on eBay quite a lot when I was younger, when I first started working and finally had some money. And we'd sit there and we'd go and look through old wrestling memorabilia, stuff that we, used to have or stuff that we liked to get. And I would end up buying things, and this is one of the things I ended up buying. I think I wouldn't have spent any more than £20 on it at the time, because I wasn't earning that much money. So I think at the time I wouldn't have spent any more than £20 on it, and it just intrigued me because I'd never seen gold World Wrestling Federation cards before, and I didn't really know what they were or what the collection was, and I've managed to find out a little bit about it. And if anyone knows any more, please obviously pop something in the comments, guys. If you know anything more about these, it'd be really, really cool to find out some more history. So all I could really find out was the Danbury Mint, obviously they produce these cards. I think it was kind of like by postal order, where they sent you one a month, and then you put them in your album and things like that, because this was before, well, virtually just on the verge of the internet being a thing back in 99, because it really wasn't a big thing. I can remember the days before internet, which makes you very old. And people would buy stuff via post and they would send it to you. And I think that's how it worked. I think Danbury Mint would produce so many, and then obviously people would collect these cards. So very, very cool to have this collection. And I believe there's something like 70 cards in all. Now, I don't know if that's a full set. I have no idea, but I do seem to remember there was about 70 cards altogether. So I think what the best thing to do is I will take you through this album first, and I'll just show you how many are in there. Now, it's going to be quite difficult to see the cards in detail because they are in plastic pockets, and then they have a plastic cover over each card as well. So they were kept extremely well. Whoever obviously bought these, collected these, did an incredible job of keeping these safe. So what I'll do is I think I'll take you through the pages first, and it's very difficult to see in this light, so I'll take you through some of the pages in the file first, then I'll pull out a few cards and I can show them to the camera in detail. So I'm not going to be able to show you all 70 because it involved me taking out, as you'll see in a moment, every single one out the slots and going through them with you, but however we'll pull out a few selected ones and we'll have a look at them, and we'll see what these cards are, and yeah, just have a look and see what these designs and what everything is all about. So let's go for it. Let's open it up. So this is the folder. It's quite a big folder. On the side here, you can see it's got 22 karat gold World Wrestling Federation cards. There is nothing on the back of it whatsoever. And that is the outside of the folder. Quite nice to have the official folder with it as well. You don't often see those or get those these days. And here we are. Here are the cards. So I've got to be careful not to knock my cameras. I've got camera here, as you can see. So I don't want to knock any of those. So I will try and show you these as best I can. I'm going to move this slightly. There we go. Just so you can see it's a bit better. So this is page one, as you can see, and hopefully you can see they're embossed here on the cards. There's lots of different cards there, lots of different people, and if I turn over the page, then see there's another 4 cards there. They aren't doubled up at all. There's information on the back of each card, but there's 4 and 4, so they just go along in 4s as we go. So I'll just flick you through these, and if you can see these in the light, fantastic. I know it's difficult to see the ones at the top there, but I will, like I say, pull out a few of these as we go along, and you can then have a look in more detail at all of these. I don't think you can see that. That's actually Jim Ross. I don't think you can see that, but that's a Jim Ross embossed thing there. That's really, really cool to see him there. So it's also a good mix because it's a mix of older style wrestlers and obviously newer wrestlers as well. I believe there's Pat Patterson in here. I know Linda McMahon's in here somewhere as well. There is some very, very interesting things in here. So it's very, very cool because there is, like I said, a lot of different cards they did. And not of all the usual people you would expect either. I mean, there's Dudley Boys, there's Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys there. That's very, very cool. I can see that in the light there. And let's keep cracking on. Let's crack on here. I'm just going to take you through the rest of them. Obviously, pause if there's any you want to look at. There's Grandmaster and Scotty Too Hotty, which is very cool. Too cool there. Big tag team there in the 90s. That is Stacy Keibler. Trust me to find her. But that is Stacy Keibler card there. That's very, very cool. We might have to have a look at that in close detail. Who can say no to looking at a Stacy Keibler card? And then we've got, what have we got here? That is Stephen Richards, of all people. Stephen Richards. So like I said, some very, very random cards in here, but it's very, very cool. Here we are, number 68. And the bottom hinge is broken now. We have to make sure we get those back on. And then we are number 70, which is actually Linda McMahon. I don't know if you can see that, but that is actually Linda McMahon. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take these off and pop these over here. And then what we're going to do, I'm just going to take them off and I can show you a bit more detail then what these cards actually are. So here's card number 3. So this is card number 3 that this person has labelled this as. I don't know if it's number 3. Oh, it is actually labelled number 3, so we have put them in complete order. Here is Pat Patterson, so let me hold that close to the screen. Now, I will move this around while we're talking because it is very difficult, I know, with the light to be able to see these. But that is the Pat Patterson, that's the front of it there. And as you can see, as I said, they're in the plastic pockets, but then they're in this plastic protective cover as well. So I'm not actually touching the card here. The card itself is actually in this plastic bubble. So I'm not getting any fingerprints or anything over it, which is really, really good because I got a feeling they would attract fingerprints. And then here's the back. So I don't know if you can see and read the back. I will hold it there for you and I'll just move it so that you can see it. Hopefully you can see it there and read. They've put some stuff on the back there. And that's Pat Patterson, which is very, very cool. That's card number 3. So that's that there. Now, what else do we have over here? So we've got card number 4. Which is The Rock. There's The Rock with a headlock there. And there it is again. And these plastic things are great. These plastic covers for these cards, because it just means they stay in beautiful condition. I might have to actually look and get some of these myself for other cards because they are really, really useful. They're lovely, lovely things. So that was The Rock there. Now, what have we got at the top here? Now, I know these are out of order, but I think it'd be cool to show you. Number 1 is actually Andre the Giant, so that's very cool. And they just look fantastic. I love the gold sheen and the embossing. They just look amazing. They look absolutely fantastic. And there's some information on the back there. There we are. So that was card number 1. That is Andre the Giant. And let's move on a page. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so here's Gorilla Monsoon. So that's really cool. I didn't actually realise Gorilla Monsoon was in this. But this is what I mean. I remember them being quite random. But it's really good because Gorilla was part of my childhood growing up. And there it is on the back. Some information there. And again, I know it's difficult with the lights. So I do apologise, guys, if you're having difficulty seeing this. There we are. So that's really cool. They do have, like I said, some interesting cards that they've put on here. I mean, here's the one above it. This is card number 5. That's actually Billy Gunn hitting a famouser. So we've got Gorilla Monsoon and then Billy Gunn, which is really, really cool. But yeah, that is Billy Gunn hitting a famouser of all things. Which again is really, really cool. And the cards just look fantastic. You can see Billy Gunn's face down there. See him hitting the famouser. I think they just look really, really cool. And I just really like the look of them. And it was just something that I thought would be really, really cool to collect and actually pick up. Here's another random one. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, that's got to be Kane. There we are. There's Kane jumping off the top rope there. That's a very cool card there. And also you can see like Kane's face down here. And then the little Kane logo there as well. That's a very, very cool Kane card. And again, on the back, some information on there on the back for him as well. So like I said, guys, there's so many of these in here. And, you know, so many different characters and people and different things. Let me just pick out another. Let's see what we've got. Let's go over another page. Let's bring out the Jim Ross, because I did point this out earlier. Here's good old JR. in a gold card. And it's nice. It's very classy, this one. It's got Jim Ross' signature at the bottom there, embossed into it. It just looks very, very cool. And then information on Jim Ross there on the back. Again, just a nice, beautiful, beautiful looking card. And just a very, very nice thing to have a look at. And let's go. Oh, here's an interesting one. Here is Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho. So he just joined WWF at this point from WCW. It was in 1999. So that is a Chris Jericho embossed gold card. That is very, very cool. 22 karat gold card. That is awesome. Very, very cool Chris Jericho card. And another one that takes me back is this one. It is the Hardy Boys. Young Hardy Boys here. Look. Looking fantastic. This is the Hardy Boys that I grew up on. Matt and Jeff. And we always tried to emulate these guys in the back garden when we were playing wrestling. And we shouldn't have been jumping off the ladders, but we were. Absolutely incredible. Fantastic. What a lovely card to pop up there, and a card to see. Now, the one next to it, of course, we're going to have to look here. Trish Stratus. And again, lovely card there. This is a young Trish Stratus. And again, I believe this is from 1999. Let me just have a look there, because the others are dated 1999. No, this is actually dated 2000. It's very hard to see, but at the bottom there, if you can see, it's actually dated 2000. So that would be right, because Trish wouldn't have been there in 99. So there's a mix then of cards from 99 and 2000. So but what I said earlier, I think they started in 99, but they may have gone on, obviously, through the 2000s. So that's very, very cool there. That's a Trish card. And then staying with WWE, women in WWE, this is a Stephanie McMahon Helmsley card with her holding the Women's Championship. Wow, there you go. There's something for you. There we go. Isn't that fantastic? And on the back there, the information there on Stephanie. So very, very cool to see that there as well. And as I said, as you go through these, there are just so many. You know, I can see down the bottom here, we've got Lou Albano. You know, we've got Shane McMahon. We've got Vince. We've got X-Pac. We've got George the Animal Steel. We've got the Dudleys, which I did point out earlier. Let's have a look at the Dudleys. Again, this card, I believe, is dated 2000. So that's right. That's when the Dudleys did come into WWE. So that would have been right. This is the Dudley Boys coming into WWE in the year 2000. And here's the back. There we go. Lovely. So there's the Dudley Boys card there. And one for the UK wrestling fans here, because this is interesting. I didn't realise actually this was here. British Bulldog. So this is the British Bulldog, but he came back in 1999. Obviously, he came back wearing the jeans. Very different British Bulldog character, but very, very cool to have a gold British Bulldog card. Very, very happy with that, and very, very happy to have that. And as we go on, I'm just going to go through a few more. Let's have a look. Here is the Stacey Keebler card that we said we'd look at earlier. There is Stacey. There we go. The back for Stacey. And again, like I said, all these are different poses. They're all different. They're not all generically the same, which I think is really, really good. And next to this is a guy that's actually still with WWE right now. It is K Quick, otherwise known as R-Truth. And there's him, this is what I mean about his unique cards, delivering a kick there. And these cards are just fantastic. There we are. Lovely. So it's just brilliant, because there's so many different things, as I said, as you go through, and so many different people as you go through as well to pick up different cards from. I mean, even this, right? This is incredible. I can't believe this is in here. So sorry I keep going off the camera, but this is very cool, but very weird. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kai and Tai. Indeed. Kai and Tai had their own gold card. How cool is that? Like, that is so cool. Like, for a tag team like Kai and Tai had their own gold card, I think it's just fantastic. I think it's absolutely brilliant. What a very, very cool, very cool thing to have. I love that. I absolutely love that. These give us hours of entertainment and on WWE programming, and it's just fantastic to see them there. Let's see if we can find one more for you. Here we go. Here's another cool one. This is a gold card. This is towards the end here. Here's Rob Van Dam. So this would have been, I think this would have been 2001. Yes, this one is dated 2001. So these cards actually seem to go from 1999 to 2001, which is very, very interesting. So they seem to go over a couple of years. People collecting them. So they do seem to go on for a little while. So there we are. There are the majority of the cards there. Just thought I'd take you through a few of them. We're just towards the back here with Hulk or Holly and Linda McMahon being the last one there. Let's go on Linda and I'll show you the last card that I have. Like I said, I don't know if it's the full set, and I don't know what the value is either. I don't know what the value is on all of these. They might be worth something, they might not be worth anything, but I just really, really like them. I didn't really buy them for the value at the time. They weren't bought because they were valuable. They were just bought because I like them. I just like the look of them. And I think that's the important thing when you're collecting things or you're buying things to collect, is that you're buying stuff that you like and that you want, rather than buying stuff that you think is going to be worth something. So I don't know how much it would cost to get these now. I don't know if you can get these now. I don't know how available they are. I haven't really looked to see. But I mean, if you want to look on the internet, by all means, I'm pretty sure if you go on eBay, there may be some of them around. So maybe worth having a look at, because, like I said, it's a very cool collection and just very cool trip down memory lane to see a lot of these cards and a lot of the wrestlers from those sort of years and eras. Just very, very cool. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 22 karat gold Danbury Mint WWF cards. I hope you enjoyed this video, just looking at them and going through them and seeing what these things actually are. And I hope you've had a really, really enjoyable time as I have going through it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.